Hi everyone, thank you for watching today. My name is Alexis. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. Today I wanted to make a video about things I thought I would have figured out by 30. I turned 30 last month in May. It's now June, so I've been 30 for, it's almost the end of June, so I've been 30 for almost 2 months now. And gosh, when I was 18, when I was 25, I did not think my life would look the way it does right now at 30. At 30, I thought I'd have it all figured out. I thought I would have my career figured out, which I'm nowhere near that. I only have 3 years of professional experience. It took me, gosh, it's embarrassing to say, but 7 years to graduate college, and then once I did find a job after college, that took about 3 months, which was more than I was anticipating. I thought I'd graduate and find a job like the next day. Once I did find a job, I realized pretty quickly I didn't like it, which who really likes their first job outside of college? But I think I came from a really entitled mindset. Just looking at my sister's careers, I guess they all started at jobs that they didn't like either, so I'm not really sure what I was thinking, but I was comparing my first job to their 5th job out of college and was like, why can't I work from home? Why can't I be salary? Why can't I work at a personal care manufacturing company? Why do I have to work for? I was working for a flooring company, so it just was a lot less glamorous than I was anticipating. I feel like a lot of us are sold the dream of go to college and, you know, the student loans will be taken care of because you'll have a nice cushy job after, and that has not been the case for me. Even at this time, I'm a buyer for a construction supplies company, and I hate that even more than my previous role as a purchasing coordinator at a flooring company. So I really am still trying to figure out my career. Sometimes I'm wondering, is working full-time even for me? I don't know. I mean, I have to work full-time so I can support myself, but I've always kind of been wondering lately anyways, maybe if I could find a partner that could take care of us both and I could stay at home. I don't know if I want to even be a mom, so I guess I'm not even sure what I'm saying at this point. I don't really know what I want out of my life. I did think by 30 I would have my career figured out. And also I feel like going along with that, money. At 30, geez, I thought I would have decent amount of money, be able to take care of myself, but right now I'm truly living paycheck to paycheck. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but I can tell you that I do. Despite having a college degree, despite having 3 years of professional experience, I am truly living paycheck to paycheck, and it is miserable. I'm really grateful that I didn't have a whole bunch of student loans. I had a relative amount, but compared to my sisters, I had a lot less, so I'm grateful for that, and I have been able to pay them off. That took some time to pay them off, and that money could have gone towards other things like buying a home. So that is frustrating. I figured at 30 I definitely have money figured out, and I do not. My only hope really at this point is that my next role can be something that gives me more of a salary bump than I have now. I'm not even salaried at this time, I'm hourly. I just have to keep hoping and praying that something will come up and I can finally be happy in what I do, because right now I'm not happy, as I've mentioned probably in every previous video before this. If you've watched those, and if you have, I appreciate you. Living situation. Thought at 30 I'd have that figured out. Did not anticipate I would be living at home at 30, and it is a real, I want to say soul crusher, confidence crusher. It sucks. But I guess the positive side is you get to spend more time with loved ones that maybe you wouldn't have spent as much time with, I guess. Not saying I wouldn't have spent as much time with my dad, but just meaning that seeing him every day, I get to spend more time with him compared to if I had lived on my own, which I would prefer. But at this time, I truly just can't afford it. If you had told me at 18 I'd still be living at home, I probably would have just like crawled into my grave at that point. I always thought right when I turned 18 I was going to be out of the house. I was going to go to University of Arizona, I was going to be out of Minnesota, never to look back, but life didn't really turn out that way. I found out as soon as I went there. I knew this before, but I think it only really set in once I got to campus. But once I got there, I saw the amount on my student loans for the first semester. I think it was like, it was double digits. It was definitely in the teens, and I just realized, whoa, what am I doing? I'm getting a psych degree. That's what I was going for at the time. I got a degree in business, but at the time I was going for a psych degree, and it's not like I was going to become a doctor or a lawyer, so those student loans were just really a wake-up call to me. And it's kind of interesting looking back on it, because I would say my family was just like, it's fine, you'll pay them off. Even though that would have been an amazing experience in and of itself, being in a sorority, going to Arizona, always wanted to go there, to go to school there. I rather would have gone to California, but I didn't get into any of the schools I wanted to out there, so that's besides the point. considering where I've turned out at this point in my career, I'm really grateful I didn't do that, because I would be shackled in debt and not able to pay it off. At 30, I really thought I'd be married by now, and I'm nowhere near it. I'm not even really dating at this point, just because living at home, it's odd, it's uncomfortable. I mean, my dad gives me my space, which is nice, but at the end of the day, I still feel like living at home, there is kind of that, I don't know, you don't have your full privacy. So right now I'm not dating. I am trying to move out by next year. I'm looking to make it to Dallas. At this time, I can't even afford anything around here, so why could I afford something in Dallas? And moving to Dallas, taking all my stuff, that's gonna be just a whole other animal on its own financially. I'm trying to save for that, but I'm also trying to save for other things like all the surgeries I'm trying to have done. I guess I just need to really prioritize what's more important, getting the surgeries or moving out. Considering I'm 30, I think it should be moving out, but if I'm being honest, right now I kind of am prioritizing surgery savings, which I'm really miserable living at home, so I'm not sure why my mindset is doing that, but I guess I'm just like, become the way that I look and then I can move out right after. But I think the whole answer to it is honestly just getting a better paying job. And once that happens, then everything else I think can fall into place. So I am really counting on that. I pray to Jesus that I'm not at this job next year. It'll be 2 years that I've been at this role, and I've made sense. Truly, I have gotten cents for raises. That's sad. And like I said, I'm hourly, not salary. And I think if I were to get a new job, that would substantially just change my entire life. Friendships, I don't have any friends. I think that's kind of partly my own doing. I would say I'm a pretty reserved individual, but I can be okay in conversation. Sometimes I do have social anxiety though, in all honesty, so sorry about that, my alarm went off. You know, I had friends in high school and middle school and elementary school. I didn't have a problem with it, but I just think as you get older, it is hard to make friends. And living in my hometown, I don't know, I'm just really insecure in so many ways. Living at home, living in my hometown, having the job that I have, despite going to college, I think my insecurity just can kind of get the best of me sometimes. But I have in my mind, if I make it to Dallas, I'll get involved in the church community out there. I'll make a lot of friends that way. Will I do that? Hopefully. I've done that here, so why would I do that there? Sorry, my face is super itchy. And also at 30, I never really saw myself as a mom, but I didn't see myself not as a mom either. I was always kind of in between, not sure if I wanted kids. I do have a biological clock. Figure that out. I need to figure out a partner. I need to figure out moving out. I need to figure out a new job. I need to figure out if I'm gonna have kids. I just feel like all these things I really need to try and figure out. And I think in my 20s, not to say I wasted my time, but like I said, it took me 7 years to graduate college. It took me a long time to get the hang of it. In high school, I didn't really, growing up, K through 12, I didn't really care. Sorry, my phone distracted me. I didn't really care about school. I didn't like school, but it's really strange because looking back, I really wish I had paid attention because I didn't really pay attention. I don't even know how I like graduated any grade, to be honest. I was like always daydreaming, which is just ridiculous. Because looking back now, I find that stuff really interesting. Like, I wish I could be in school K through 12 full time. Like, I wish I could go back in time and be a kid again and just focus on that. It's so much easier than working full time at a job that you're absolutely miserable. Getting to the point of the matter is that in college, it took me a long time to get the hang of studying and wanting to study and taking things seriously. Once it's your own money, you realize you don't have to be in school. You can be spending your time other ways. It just makes you prioritize more. Either take it seriously or don't, because you're wasting your money at this time. At least my own money, personally. Some people have their parents pay for it, which would be amazing, but I didn't have that opportunity, unfortunately. I don't even know what I'm saying about this. Oh, my 20s. Yeah, just feeling like, you know, it took me 7 years to graduate college, which am I proud of that? No, it's pretty shameful, but at the end of the day, I did graduate college, and there are people that try it and don't graduate, so at least I did. I mean, not to say college is for everyone, because it's not. I know plenty of people that didn't go to college. My dad didn't go to college. My mom didn't go to college either. And they did just fine for themselves. It's not for everybody. And at the end of the day, I feel like it hasn't even benefited me. 12 out of the 14 people on my team did not go to college. And then my previous job before that, the other gal, my colleague doing the same role as me, also didn't go to college. So I'm kind of like, what did I go to college for? What did I spend this money for? What did I waste this time for? It's not really giving me a leg up, but I have to hope that in future jobs it will in applying. I think the experience that I do have, 3 years as well as going to college, has got to count for something. I think I'm just saying my 20s, I think I really wasted my time, and if I would tell myself now, if I would be able to talk to myself now at that younger age, I would say like, be full-time in school, take it more seriously, time is of the essence, time goes by so fast. I'm already 30 and nowhere where I want to be in life. Even though I'm nowhere where I want to be in life, at least I'm employed, at least I have a paycheck that I can count on every month. I guess those are things I have going for me. Note to younger self, take your time more seriously. Don't be so caught up in trying to be like an Instagram model, because I did try to do that for a good year while I lived in California. It did not happen. Did not happen even close. It was laughable. It's laughable to talk about it now. It's laughable that I'm trying to do, I don't even know what I'm trying to do on YouTube. I mean, perfect life, Instagram model, but the hope is that once I have these surgeries, I'm having a BBL, breast augmentation and lift, a brow lift, as well as facial fat grafting. You know, I also want more lip filler, which I have some now, but it's been a year, so it's pretty much gone at this point. I feel like once I have those things, maybe I can try and do something with Instagram again, but that's so, I don't know if fickle would be the right word. I don't think that would be the right word, but you know, you can't count on that. So it's something I want to try again. I'm not putting high hopes in it. I think the market is oversaturated with beautiful women, and I would just be another face. I mean, at this point, I can't even try and make that a dream just because I don't have that Instagram look, and I don't think I'm pretty enough, to be totally honest, which is why I want all these surgeries, which is maybe sad if you think about it. But at the end of the day, I think I look fine as I am. I just want these surgeries to enhance my look. And the few things that I have had done already, I do think have enhanced my look and haven't made me look unnatural, or like, they've been very subtle. I'm not really sure how I'm trying to end this video, just wrapping it all together. Things I thought I would have figured out by 30, I don't. The career, the money, friends, marriage, none of that. So I'm very far from where I want to be, but hopefully this time next year, hopefully I have a new job. Hopefully with that new job I've been able to move out and maybe make it to Dallas and meet some friends and try to pursue more of my goals, because right now I just feel like I'm really stagnant and stuck still and pretty sad in my current life. But I think me going on here and trying to show up for myself, even, I don't even know what I'm trying to do. Like I said, like I keep saying, I really don't know what I'm trying to do with this channel, like what the point of it is. Sorry about that. My camera died, as you can guess. I really should try to figure that out. I have a Canon G7X. It's from, I don't know, maybe 2017, 2018. I've hardly used it, so if anyone has any suggestions of maybe why that's happening, you can leave it in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. ChatGPT, as well as the internet, haven't really told me anything that's super helpful. So I just got it off of Amazon. I can't really bring it into, you know, an electronics store or anything. But wrapping up this video, my life is nowhere where I thought it would be at 30. I'm trying to stay positive. You know, like I was saying, I have a job, I have a paycheck every month, so those are positive things, and I'm gaining professional experience, so that's also a positive thing to help me in my next, hopefully my next role that I can land someday, hopefully soon. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and you continue to follow me along on my journey. Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully it changes by this time next year. I really hope and pray that.